Hey gang! Welcome to another Kahuna Quiet stream. Kahuna Happy Hour stream. I just kind of want to say Kahuna Quiet. Welcome. Mrs. Kahuna will join me shortly. You can see we are in a festive, wintry mood. So, yay! Welcome to the program. Today, doing two things. A little later in the stream, we hit it. Well, let me give you a quick hint if you don't already know. Yeah, we hit the number. We hit the community challenge on like Monday. It's time for the Kahuna to get a pie in the face. That will be a little later in the stream. Obviously, we need Mrs. Kahuna's help. I have already obtained the plastic, which it's actually a fitted sheet, fitted style mattress cover. It's got the, which I think I'm going to use as a hoodie. I'll wear it as a hoodie and drape it around me so that I can get hit in the face, but don't throw it all over the place. So we got that going for us. Although I gotta tell you, whew, that plastic's funky. So that's one. The other thing is that Mrs. Kahuna and I were talking, and especially this time of year, a lot of us start to think about what are the things we can do to help others. And one of those things is, charities. And one that kind of struck Mrs. Kahuna as being an important one for her to start with was a fund called the KIND Fund. KIND stands for Kids in Need of Desks. What this fund does is kids in Malawi are very often forced to sit on dirt floors for their entire school day. They don't have desks. They don't have chairs. After 6 or 7 hours, they get tired. And they have to lean against each other just to get some relief. That's no way for a kid to learn. And especially now with pandemic conditions worldwide, it's kind of hard to social distance when you got to rely on your neighbor to hold you up. And they pack these kids in as tight as possible. So the KIND Fund does two things. One, it provides desks for these students. And the other thing is it provides scholarships specifically towards young girls and women who want to learn, because they are the ones who suffer from it the most. So that's where that sits. Now, excuse me. If you look right up here at the top, that is a counter. The ultimate goal today is $177. And what does that mean? Well, at $28 in donations, those kids get a desk. One desk for one child. It's a raid! Unfair conflict. Well, damn it all. Welcome aboard. Come aboard. I was just talking about what we're doing on the stream today. This is going to be fun. Mrs. Kahuna will be joining me shortly, so don't panic. It's not just me. She'll be here. Yeah, I got to fix that one. It's just the announcement when somebody boards. You know, I even know that Sable's the one most commonly boarding me, so that's why it's a cannon shot. So yeah, I gotta fix that. In any case, what I was talking about is what we're doing with the stream today. So, since a bunch of you just came aboard or are coming aboard, welcome. We're doing two things on the stream today. First hint is that. Any guesses? Yeah. We hit the challenge mark on like around Monday. And yes, it's going to be pie to the face. Whipped cream. It's extra creamy. Yes, I promised whipped cream. That's what I call whipped cream, only because real whipped cream is expensive. It's a little cheaper. And of course, pie crust. That's edible oil product. Yeah, okay. Cream is edible fat. In any case, so that's coming a little bit later. Obviously, I need to have Mrs. Kahuna here to do that. I do have the... were your channel points worth real cream? I don't know. How much did you spend on them? I have plastic. It fits kind of like a hoodie. Got to protect the green screen. It's a mattress cover. It's what I had. And the other thing is, I am calling this Chip In for Charity. We're going to start doing this on Fridays. And each Friday, we're going to pick a charity to promote. And, if you can donate, great. If you can't, that's okay too. It's just, it kind of try to bring awareness to a few different charities. Stuff that either is, dear to our hearts or that we really think, could use help. I didn't get an auto mod notice. I should check that. Did I get an auto mod? I did. Fixed it. I know, I'll fix that. What happens if you hit someone lactose intolerant in the face with a whipped cream pie? Do they melt? Only if they try to eat it. I want to write my unfair conflict, but I need a tree of 6 supporting articles. Kids need to read. Actually, we're starting with kids in need of desks. So you're close, Greg. And actually, Greg, I have to say, you are one of the reasons that we decided to kind of do this, is because of the stream that you put together and that marathon you did. That is absolutely bonkers. I couldn't do it. There's no way I could do a 24-hour stream. You'd come onto the stream and I'd be asleep. It just wasn't going to work. Hello, dog. So yeah, that's not going to happen. So what we're going to do is this week we're going to start with kids in need of desks. Basically, this is a group. What are you doing, dog? Rolling around on the plastic. Kids in Need of Desks it's a UNICEF backed organization or backed fund, and what they do is they provide desks to kids in places like Malawi, where they're going through their school day, and they are sitting on dirt floors, and they are going through a 6 or 7 hour day of school, having to lean against each other because they don't have chairs.
It's even more important for the desks now because of the spread of COVID-19.
Exactly. The thing is that it's kind of hard to social distance when your support is the guy next to you, where you're leaning up against them just to be able to stay up for the rest of the day. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Everybody's really kind of excited about the pie thing.
I bet. Do you have Kleenex?
Pies up there. Do I have Kleenex? I do not. I'm out. Fresh out. Kids in need of clipboards. Well, not yet. Greg says, won't do another one. Now I know what it feels like when RPG players earn a point of exhaustion. You haven't missed anything, Dianica. Don't worry about it. So, during this stream, I've got right up there the counter. The counter is...
Where's the trash can?
It's under there.
I see.
The counter is on how much we can get chipped in. You don't have to chip in. We'd like you to, but you don't have to. Here's how it works. For every $28 that are donated, the organization can buy one desk for these kids. One desk, one chair. One student gets to sit.
I was wondering where the cheese went.
Cheese is right here.
I see that.
For $55, they do a desk with a bench.
For 2 kids.
For 2 kids. At $110, it's a big desk for kids. And at $177, which is our goal at the top, it's 1 year of education specifically for young girls in Malawi who do not get those opportunities. I'd love to see us hit that year of education, but you know what? If all you can do is $1, do $1. I'd love to see it. I think, kids everywhere should have the opportunity to learn, and they should be able to do it in an environment that fosters that learning. And I don't think sitting on a dirt floor crammed in like sardines because there's no other choice is fostering a good environment for education.
That music's really loud, honey.
Des cheer! Woo! Now, if you want to donate, here's how you donate.
Hi, Wesley.
At any point, you can type !charity right into your chat. It will give you the link, and this will take you directly to Tiltify, who handles the donation, and it goes straight to them. Bang. They get $1. They get $5. They get whatever you give.
How do we keep track of how much our streamers do?
It's going to be right up there on top.
Oh, that
will automatically update as people donate.
Got it.
In fact, I was told last night that I can donate for someone as of last night. So I'm going to do that donation.
Okay.
So, just so you guys can watch, well, you're not going to see the screen part of it, but basically you just click on the link. It takes you to Tiltify, and it is specifically for this campaign. Now, if you want this to go to the kids, as it says there, what you want to say is designate for the kind, or for kids in need of desks. And the reason you want to do that is UNICEF is a big organization, and they have a lot of these programs. You want to tell them which one you want, unless you just want to donate to UNICEF.
We would like you to do kids in need of desks, though. As a teacher, this is a charity that is very near and dear to my heart.
So, that's why we're doing it. So, I'm going to show you what I was told to donate last night.
By whom?
SoCal.
Wow.
He said take the storage money and put it to this. So,
wow.
I have put in the amount. I'm going to hit it, and I have to, it then asks you
how you want to donate.
How you want to donate. If you want to use a card or how you want to do it. Whoops. Come on.
That's not your card number.
That is. And it's confirming my card. Got to put in my postal code. There's a reason why I don't do this on screen. And I hit donate. It's very quick. Very simple. Like I said, just remember to put in
Kids in need of desks.
kids in need of desks. And once it goes through, look at that.
We're only $7 away from our goal.
Yeah, from the first goal. Uh-huh.
That's gonna make me cry.
All right, it's your job to make her cry, guys. It's your job to make her cry. That will, with $7 more, we will give one young lady education for a year.
This is education past the required elementary school. This is the high school type education.
Right.
It is not free everywhere in the world.
No. So, with $7 more, we hit that goal. And that will give a young lady in Malawi the chance to go to school that she would not have otherwise had. So,
Wow.
we have really good people. Oh. Telling you, make her cry, guys. That's the goal. So we're already a good chunk of the way there to the first goal.
Thanks. Thanks, Grumpy.
Yeah, that's from SoCal Grumpy. We talked about this last night, and he says, "Yep, put mine up on the stream." I said, "All right." So there it is. You can, if you want, share the campaign afterwards. It does give you the opportunity to do that. Well, you know, it makes Mrs. Kahuna very happy when kids get to learn.
Especially girls.
Especially girls. Those are happy tears. Those are not bad tears.
Yeah.
Those are happy tears.
I'm not a pretty crier, just letting you know.
I was just going to drop to 177, and then I remembered I'm buying a house in 10 days.
Well, you know,
Totally get it.
$7 gets us to our goal. But, you know, we're more than happy to have you guys go over that goal.
Heck yeah. You guys want to keep going? We'll keep going with it. And again, the reason I'm doing it the way that I am doing it through Tiltify is that money doesn't come to us.
We
never
nothing.
see it. It goes straight through to them. They take a small percentage, and I want to say it's less than 10%, I think, off the top. The rest of it goes straight to UNICEF. You can dictate, you know, how those funds, and if there's a different UNICEF program you want to go into, you can do that. But we'd really like it if you did the kids in need of desks. And I think this is probably going to be a Friday thing. We will probably pick a charity, and I think I'm calling it Chip In for Charity Fridays.
Aww.
Where all you do is, you know, we'll do this, and if the charity speaks to you, great, toss in $1. And you know,
just imagine if everyone who could give $1 gave $1, what we could do.
yeah.
Sorry. Whew.
You okay?
I will be.
Okay.
Hopefully the cheese will help.
I have Triscuit.
No, I don't want Triscuits.
Okay. It's 4 cheese Triscuit.
Yeah, I know, but that's like chew, crunch, crunch, crunch.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Daz. Woo!
What's a bit?
It's a bit. It's, you know, it's the currency.
Oh.
You know, not the Kahuna Crowns one, the other one.
Oh. I see.
So, that's where we are on this. So, how has your week been? Forgot to turn off Kahuna Coin.
How? Oh, look, we got another something here. What's that?
Author Goddess gave 100 bits.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anyway, my week was... It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great.
It was weird.
It was weird. Yesterday, where we live, we're north of my school. We're north and a little west of where my campus is.
Yep.
And because we're all virtual, remote, I don't always know what the weather is like down there. It's usually pretty similar to where we are, but apparently my school and the surrounding neighborhoods that we pull from are in a wind tunnel. We are in a little bit in the tunnel, but we're more to the west of the tunnel. So we had heard, Kahuna got, an email, text message, I don't know, from our power company that said, high winds are expected over the course of the next several days, and there may be the chance that you will experience a power outage. Well, the same thing happened to the neighborhoods around my school. Well, they had a huge power outage. One of our elementary schools and our district office had no power for the entire day yesterday. So there were several people. I see what you did there. So there were several of my students who lost power on Wednesday evening around, 9:30, 10 o'clock. And it didn't come back on until midnight last night or this morning. So, all of these emails and messages from parents and kids, Mrs. Kahuna, I'm not going to be able to get on today. I don't know what do you want me to do? Oh my God. And one of my tutors, because Thursday's a tutorial day, so one of my tutors was part of that power outage. So I had to get on her Google Meet and farm those kids out to my other tutors while still being on my Google Meet in case kids came in. It was just a little chaotic yesterday, but it was good. It wasn't bad. And then today, all the messages in the chat. I wasn't here yesterday because of the power outage. Did you mark me absent? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to die.
Look at the toe board.
We did it!
Thank you. Thank you. That was the simple goal for today. And thank you.
We won't ever be making six-figure salaries unless we all have PhDs. I'm sorry to say it.
Love to see it.
I would too.
I'd retire.
With the amount of experience that I have and the amount of education I have, I don't know of any other job on the planet that requires you to still work when you're sick. Like, even just writing sub-plans. You have to be replaced,
Thank you, Author Brian. Thank you.
Thank you.
That doesn't mean you can't also give others can't also give if you guys feel the need. I was homeschooled, gives me a rare perspective of education from the outside, and teachers need more respect. Totally agree with you. We have a roommate who's a teacher. I have friends who are teachers. I know tons of teachers. They don't get the respect they deserve for what they do because I've seen what they do when they're home. And you know what? It's still work.
You're seeing virtual school, which isn't, in some ways it's more work, but in some ways it's not. It just depends. It's all relevant, though. It's, this year, I don't care how much experience you have as a teacher, this year doing virtual learning, it's like we're all first-year teachers again.
Yep.
And then just when you start to get in the routine and the hang of it, something changes.
Like yesterday with Google.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
On top of the power outage, we had several students who couldn't log into Google Meets. They were getting an error message that said our district wasn't allowing them to use that software. Turns out our district had to update something. So anyone who tried to get on during those 5 minutes of time couldn't get on. So then,
including teachers.
Yeah, including me. So, I'm getting 7,000 emails. I can't get on. I'm like, just give it a minute. Just give it a minute. And my first period class is 6th graders. And they are still very rule conscious and very compliant for the most part. As they mature, they get a little more, it'll work itself out. But 6th graders are, because they're first year in middle school, and the kids that I have want to be in school, they're very, they're rule compliant. And they're like, I'm not late, really, Mrs. Kahuna, I'm not late, I'm trying to get on and I can't get on. So I'm getting all the messages about the power outage. Then I'm getting on 2 different Google Meets to try to move people around. And then I'm getting all these other emails, and then kids are coming on and they're still talking to me while I'm trying to farm them out. It's just crazy.
I totally agree with you, Brian.
Yes, I agree with that, Brian. I totally do.
Offspring number 3 here has done better this year than any other year that I can think of, and because it just suits them to work this way.
And I mean, they have always said that they have social anxiety. I mean, they do. Not crippling social anxiety, but they do have elements of social anxiety. And being able to organize their school life digitally and at home has made them much more calm about the whole thing. And they're, oh my God, I have to say, they are way less bitchy this year than they have ever been. And I have been with Offspring number 3 since they were in 6th grade. They're a senior now. So the whole coming home and being crabby, it just doesn't happen anymore. And I don't have to pick them up from school, which means I don't have to hear about all of that crap when I just left my crap.
Hybrid, I think probably what we're going to see is some version of hybrid education going forward, because it makes sense. I mean, you've built all this infrastructure to do it now, and there are kids who are obviously doing better with it. Why would you not continue it?
The only problem with it, speaking as an educator, is that it's more staff. There have to be more contract allocations in order for us to be able to run multiple models, because the hybrid kids would have a totally different schedule than the in-person kids.
Yes, Sticks Chick, they are a senior this year.
They are a senior.
Already let us know that they are planning on
vacating the home,
flying the coop after they graduate. So
this is us not being upset.
I mean,
we'll miss them, but I think we're kind of ready to be empty nesters.
Yeah. Does feel distant part of school is social and overcoming social challenges. It's part of learning and growing up too. I think here's my take on it, is that a lot of these kids have grown up being gamers. Mm-hmm. And a lot of their social interactivity
is virtual.
They're used to that. Their friends, a lot of them are online. It's not like when we were kids, when it was like, go out and play till the lights go out. Be in before,
street lights come on, your butt's in the house.
You get in the house. That doesn't really happen anymore. In fact, I would say the kids that are doing that, a lot of the times are more of a trouble. The other kids are gaming. And that's where their interaction is. So to them, it's not, a lot of them, it's not as big a deal. They seem to be adapting fairly quickly.
40 years ago, though, it couldn't have happened. Number one, would not have been affordable for anyone to do. Districts would have not been able to have had a computer in every teacher's hand. And they would not have been able to have some kind of device for every student. It would have been cost prohibitive 40 years ago. Now, it's much easier with companies giving large discounts to districts. I mean, I am lucky that when we moved out here to California, when I moved from Arizona, I went straight into a district, where our middle school is 1-to-1. Every single kid on my campus has a Chromebook. provided by the district. And they keep that same Chromebook for 3 years, for 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade. At the end of 8th grade, they're able to buy that Chromebook for $10. If they take good care of it, it's a steal. Yes, they still have to, do the updates on the software and all that stuff. But 40 years ago, excuse me, that wasn't even possible. 40 years ago, I don't even know if laptops existed.
No. They
And
were
if they
were luggables.
Yeah, and if they did exist, they were not portable enough for kids to carry them around, and they were probably just as expensive then as a cell phone was back then. So, you couldn't...
Well, and they were the size of a small suitcase.
Yeah, I mean,
Thank you.
technology changes, and that's what's made virtual school easier. But districts who are about meeting the needs of the kids are already looking at other models besides the traditional model. In fact, my district last fall, before COVID was even a bleep on the radar, we had started talking about an alternative model for students that included like a small self-contained classroom and or alternate days on campus versus at home learning. We never got a chance to dig any farther into it because then, COVID hit and we were out of school. So
Yes, Siobhan, we're talking about, the bricks with an antenna.
yes, mm-hmm.
Eli, I can see that. I can see that very well.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
yes,
have a lot of kids, Eli, who are struggling just like you would have.
and yes, Brian, the I actually, I'm the in-house tech support.
I have a 7th grader who literally has multiple times said, Mrs. Kahuna, can I share my screen and show the kids what you mean? And I'm like, go for it, Abby. Go, run.
Yeah, I see these last two comments between Dianica and Sticks Chicken. I think that is the key right there, is that a 13-year-old right now, a lot of them, they actually take to this like a duck to water. But we didn't have that at all. Oh, doggy bio break for Daz.
Uh-oh.
Get the dog out.
We have a doggy door.
Yeah. The kids benefit from virtual learning and take social anxiety out of the equation to make them a better learner. Yeah, and that is something that we've actually stressed even to offspring number 3 is, eventually you have to learn to deal with people.
Yeah.
Eventually that is a skill you are going to have to learn.
And if you don't, you'll never hold down a job. We've had that conversation multiple times.
Well, it's not never hold down a job, but
you'll have a hard time holding down a job.
Offspring number 1.
Yeah, and offspring number 1 had to find the right job for them.
Yeah, and now they're getting better about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it just took some time. First grader's doing well with it too. Never went to kindergarten, but wants to see your new friends in person. Yeah, that's the tough part, is the non-school stuff, the non-virtual stuff that they want to have those contacts with. That's tough right now.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it becomes an avoidance tool. You're right. Yeah, but the interesting thing is, I have found, because let's face it, offspring number 3 is not a quiet individual. So we can hear when the conversations in class go on that get,
They swore yesterday.
They swore in class.
I almost swallowed my tongue.
But their teacher was okay. Told them, hey, let's take it easy, but, no big deal. But I think the screen and not being in front of the group and feeling the eyes, right there on them, even though they can all see, has allowed them to be a little bit more vocal and a little bit more out there.
Some of the kids,
and
yes.
express themselves. So for some kids, I think it works to allow them to learn to speak their mind. It's what? Every kid's going to be different.
But Dianica, like I said before, hybrid is an option, but you're not going to see it right away because it does cost money. It costs technology money, it costs training for teachers, and it's going to require more contracts per individual school site, because you can't have a hybrid teacher on a same kind of contract as a traditional teacher, just because the schedules are different, and you can't cross the two models. So literally it's like having a school within a school.
Yep.
And that's where it becomes very cost prohibitive. It depends on where you are in the world and how much your education budget is, which my guess is a lot of them are pretty small in general.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at, is the infrastructure's there. So it'd be silly not to use it in some way and to get the benefits out of it, while still retaining or returning to some of the more social aspects of things.
Oh, God.
Thank you.
We try.
The offspring are completely different.
Offspring number 1 is somewhere on the spectrum. I believe she is somewhere on the spectrum, but she's highly, highly functioning.
Yeah.
Extremely intelligent. But definitely has a different approach to life. Very existential.
Okay.
And her longtime boyfriend is Japanese, which plays into that existentialism. Offspring number 2 could not be more polar opposite than offspring number 1, unless they were male and female. And they're not, they're both female. Offspring number 2 was the traditional outgoing makeup at, in 6th grade, wanting to wear makeup in 6th grade, all fashion conscious.
Energizer
Bunny, boyfriend crazy. Totally the opposite of offspring number 1. And then there's offspring number 3, who shares some traits of offspring number 1. But also shares some traits of offspring number 2 in the, well, that's not how it's done. And I don't know if we've said it before on this stream or not, but the 3 of them together are like the Bermuda Triangle. They just suck everything down, because it's that whole triad thing. 2 will gang up on 1. And it doesn't matter. It's not always offspring 1 and 2, who are my biological children, against offspring number 3, who is his biological child. At times it's 1 and 3 against 2. At times it's 2 and 3 against 1. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. We cannot keep score.
We try not to have them in the house at the same time.
It is nice, though, when everyone gets along and we're able to sit down and have a dinner together. And a lot of times things come up and we start talking about issues and stuff, and that is nice. But that happens for maybe 10 minutes out of an entire weekend visit.
That's being kind.
Kind?
Yeah. I'm saying maybe 3.5 minutes, and then...
Yeah, we have nuclear explosions on a regular basis.
Thank you for following, Brian. So, I was going somewhere.
There's closed captioning as well, or there's the what do they call it?
Closed captioning.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Google Meets has it automatically as well.
Yeah, I'm surprised at how good some of those are. I have seen YouTube, for example, doing live translations, and Twitch's live translations of this program, and it's amazing how good it is. It
even gets in the uhs and ums.
Yeah, well.
And, it gets
if
all
you're
that
not,
stuff.
If you want to be self-conscious about verbal tics, don't watch your closed captioning.
Oh, yeah, no.
It'll get you every time.
I did that once when I was on a Google Meet with my kids, and I was so embarrassed that that's actually what I sound like.
Yeah. Hey, Kit, welcome. How's things in Florida?
Or Florida.
Florida.
I have to tell a story about that. What? Offspring number 2. We're in the car one day, listening to, whatever the popular music was at the time. Florida was one of the artists. And all of a sudden she turns to me and she says, "Mom, Florida, like Florida. Oh my God, do you think that's where he's from?" And I'm like, I'm like, I don't even know who you are, child.
Yeah. Of the 3 offspring, number 2 is the one that's most likely to say something like that.
Offspring number 2 was a lot like me in high school, except for the not a clue part when it came to some things, because that was never me. But I was the outgoing cheerleader personality, like offspring number 2.
Kit says it's cold because it's in the 60s.
Yeah, we know how that goes out here in
Yeah.
Southern California.
And Dad says doggy door is not a good idea. Why?
Wait.
Is it just cold? Oh, no.
No.
They're out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that would be...
Raccoon.
Inviting raccoons and all kinds of other critters.
Doing world number writing in the lull between dinner and getting the kids to bed. Ah, okay. I've been bad. I got almost nothing written yesterday and absolutely nothing written today. I couldn't
do genealogy research, though.
Well, because I couldn't get the stream to work. Overnight,
I
apparently.
gotta put this somewhere, because I gotta stop eating it.
Eating my cheese.
I'll share some of mine, but yours is better. It's sharper.
Yeah,
I got the extra sharp for you.
I like extra sharp.
And I got the Tillamook because it's really good cheese.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Skunks and bears coming in would be bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Skunks and bears and raccoons. Oh my.
And possums, probably.
And possums. Yeah. No, I tried to do the Kahuna Quiet stream this morning, and it wouldn't connect. Which was weird because everything else was connecting. And I mean, everything else. I could go to Google, I could do everything I wanted to, but I couldn't connect. Turns out that somehow something got turned on my firewall and was not allowing Streamlabs to finish its update.
What is this?
And I had to figure it out. It's his mom's new number. Yeah, I spent an hour trying to troubleshoot that. Finally figure it out. Wow.
Hostility?
Really, auto mod? Alright, I fixed it.
Oh, porcupines. Eee, that would be bad. No coons or possums.
Yeah, the auto mod didn't like coons.
I don't know why.
You're not from the South.
No. I am not.
Yeah.
We know now genetically, but all of my DNA is European.
European, yes.
And that most of it is Poland and Ukraine. And I grew up in the Midwest, so no.
No, you are not from the South.
No.
I am sort of technically from the South. South America. Porcupines are tasty.
Ew.
Wait, cheese. Talking cheese. Folks on Mrs. Kahuna, wine advocate.
Yes.
She's got to tell you about this. This is...
So, for years now, when Aldi came out with their wine advent calendar, I wanted one. But I could never find one. So, I was at Costco on Monday. And I was just walking around because I had to get prescriptions and stuff. And I went ahead and walked around the alcohol part. And all of a sudden, I see this big green box. Wine Advent Calendar. I'm like, oh my God, they have one. And then I looked up and looked at the price, and it was $97.99. And I was like, whoa. Because the Aldi one is only about $50. So they actually had 3 left at my Costco. One of them had some of the doors poked out, so I didn't take that one. But I got the one with no doors poked out, and I bought it. And these are half bottles, so they are more than 1 glass of wine. It's about 2+ glasses. Yeah. And so far, Kahuna has tasted all 4 because I opened the 4th one already. I had the first night was a rosé from Portugal, and it was okay. It wasn't what I was expecting. I think I had expectations of it that it did not meet. To me, it had no nuance. It had no flavor, and
nuance. It had no nuance.
It didn't, and it didn't have. To me, it tasted like watered down grape juice.
It has no nuance.
Yeah, and then the second night was a wine from Slovenia, which starts with an M. I can't remember what it's called, but it was good.
Malvasia.
And I liked it. It was a little sweeter than night one, but it also was kind of effervescent in the mouth. It felt really good. I loved that one. And then last night was another white, and it was a Cabernet. It was 60% Sauvignon Blanc and 40% Cabernet grapes. No.
Something like that.
Chardonnay grapes. And it was very metallic tasting for me. It was okay. It was better than night one, but not as good as night two. And today was the first red. Okay, so it was a Cabernet from the Bordeaux region. And it is extremely heavy. I mean, I would say those tannins hit you in the back of the mouth, and it's got a real berry nose to it, but it's really heavy. And it's one of those that if you have it on an empty stomach, I think it'll give you heartburn.
All right, we passed the top of the hour, so I want to make sure anybody who has come in new, just to know what this thing up here behind the chat window is. That is our charity for the day, our Chip In for Charity Friday. It is for kids in need of desks.
Charity very close to my heart.
Yep.
I've already cried twice.
Yes. I'd like to see you guys make her cry again, but
It would be awesome if you could make me cry again. Because they would be really happy tears.
So if you didn't catch it, it's an organization that it's a UNICEF fund specifically for providing desks and scholarships to kids in Malawi. The scholarships go to young ladies for their secondary education. $28 gets them a desk. $55 gets them a desk for two. $110 gets them a table for four, and gets them off of the dirt floors of their classrooms. Gives them something to sit in and sit at. And $177 is a year of education for one of these young ladies. So if you could pitch in $1, awesome. If you pitch in whatever, it'd be great. We've already hit 1 year's worth of education for a young lady, so Mrs. Kahuna's already cried once. So if you guys want to make her cry again, I'd be more than happy to see it.
Actually, I think every dollar that goes up will make me cry. It's meeting the goal was like outrageous to have done it so quickly in our stream.
Yeah, we did it kind of early,
but every dollar that goes to that just is, it's crazy. I teach my school is 80% economically disadvantaged kids. So 80% of our school population are on free and reduced lunch. And my kids, the kids that I teach in my program, they mirror the demographics of our school. So 80% of my 126 kids are on free and reduced lunch. And in this day and age, it's so sad that we have people who are so economically disadvantaged that they can't even afford to feed their kids. And this charity is close to my heart because I've seen the conditions that these kids learn in, and they are so grateful for everything that they get, even a pencil. I mean, their face lights up when these things are presented to them, and when they get the desks and the chairs that they need to keep them off that dirt floor and leaning up against each other all day. Just imagine the learning that takes place. I mean, one of these kids could be, the person who finds the cure for cancer. They could be the person who figures out how to colonize Mars. I mean, there's no knowing what this gift could do for them. Hell, maybe it gives them enough confidence to go to college even and change the life for their whole village because of a job that they might get and be able to send economic help back to their village. to create fully existing homes that don't get washed away in a flood. I mean, it's farther reaching than just buying a desk for a kid. It really is.
Welcome, Aegon. By the way, guys, if you want to know how to donate to today's charity, just type !charity. There's a link there. Click on the link. It'll take you right to the donation, and you're good to go.
What are all of these things? I don't know what they are.
They're little emotes, little emojis.
Okay. What are
But those were bit emojis. So see, it's filling up our little wine glass.
Oh, you gotta love our wine glass.
See, told you, put a wine glass up there.
I like wine glasses.
I know. It's filling up our wine glass, and right now, looks like the last one. Looks like Daz has got the top emoji on the wine glass.
Oh.
Never really subscribe to the what if kind of thing when it comes to charity.
You're right. It should be done because everyone is entitled to an education. But as a teacher and having some huge success stories as a teacher, because I teach the future, I always look at those what ifs. And they do deserve it. They just deserve it in the first place. You're so right. But I had a memory pop up the other day on Facebook of a text message that a student that I helped write his application essays for college, he had texted me when he got his acceptance. And I had spent a Saturday at the high school helping a bunch of kids with his essays, but him in particular. His backstory is amazing. I mean, just what he came from and where he is now. So he sent me a text message, and I'm still teaching. And he tried to call me. He's like, I tried to call you. I need to let you know. I got into Yale. Full ride scholarship. Now he is studying, he's Cambridge, Fulbright?
I thought you said it was Harvard or Yale.
He's at Yale, but then he's getting his master's on a scholarship. Is it, where did Clinton go? He was a Rhodes. Was it Rhodes?
Rhodes Scholar.
Rhodes Scholar. No. He's in Europe studying. He's going to bring back all kinds of crazy, amazing things to his community. It's just, it's nuts. And as a teacher, to have those kinds of success stories, it's why I do what I do.
Yep, another bit attack. Yeah, it looks like Author Goss has got one on top.
You know what, Dianica? It's not that. It's the fact that these kids who come from nothing and they have to fight tooth and nail to be seen. It's sad. It's our society. It's the way our society works, and it's not right. But sometimes helping these kids get one leg up, just to get one rung up on that ladder, it really means a lot to them.
Yeah, here's the thing, and I understand exactly what you're saying, Brian. I believe every one of these kids deserve the education. Every single one deserves the chance at an education.
And it's not that they're not getting an education. They are. They're just not getting it in the most optimal way.
Well, but some aren't even getting it. And the thing is that they all deserve the opportunity. The thing is that until we have a world, really, that feels that same way and prioritizes that and makes that happen, then we got to do what we can to help them get there.
At one point in time, education was the thing you could count on to propel you forward. You can still count on it to propel you forward, but it's not a guarantee to propel you forward anymore. And those who are economically disadvantaged and don't have the means to, or the confidence even, to show how awesome they are at what they're doing, it just is, I'm sorry. I don't even know where I'm going. It's just really, education is something I'm really passionate about as a teacher.
I see it every day, so I can vouch for it. It's
Yesterday I had a kid send me a message on chat, on our Google Meet chat. He said, guess what? We're going to have to put our dog down today. We don't have any other choice. She's really sick. And I almost lost it, because we all know what it's like to lose a pet. Or I shouldn't say we all, most of us do. You know what it's like to lose something like that. And so I sent him a message back, and I said, I am so sorry. I know exactly how you feel. And I said, I'm excusing you from the rest of class so that you can go love on your dog before you have to say goodbye. And today he sent me the most awesome message. And he said, thank you for letting me out of class yesterday. He's like, it really meant a lot to me to be able to spend some time with my dog. It's just being human.
Mm-hmm. Brian, I can tell you're passionate about it. And that's the thing. I wish more people were as passionate about it as you and Mrs. Kahuna. And I'm sure millions of other people who are passionate about people being able to have some type of education. And Siobhan, you're absolutely right. Right now, an education doesn't guarantee you squat.
But you know what? A lot of people would rather have a minimum paying job than no job at all.
Yeah, but the education doesn't. You don't need the education for that.
Right, you don't. You're right, you don't.
You know, and that's the thing that, you know, right now, because of what we've allowed to happen societally, education doesn't matter, because everybody needs a job. And when everybody needs a job, then the employer can dictate how they get paid. And so now, just to survive, most people have to take those minimum wage jobs and low paying jobs and work.
I have something in my eye.
Work 2 of them or 3 of them just to make ends meet. And I've said this before, and this is where it gets a little tricky for me, because I believe a business has to do that. A business's job is to make money, and they make it however. The job of us as a society is to ensure they do that in a way that benefits everyone. When we allow those things to happen, when we allow a low wage to be the minimum that can be paid, which, I think it was, I want to say it was Chris Rock who said, you know what minimum wage means? It means they'd pay you less if you let them. That's exactly what a business does.
It's true. And you know what, Brian, you're right. There are quite a few people who I know that are way smarter than me. I have a master's degree and credits after that. And there are people that I know who haven't even graduated from college who are so much more intelligent than me. It hurts me to think about what those people could be or do if they had a little extra behind them. That's all.
Yeah, and see, I'm going to be the one that goes to the other side of that. I don't have a degree. I've wanted to go back to school a couple of times, and it just hasn't ever worked out. I don't have a degree. But I ain't no dummy either.
No, you're not. Not even close.
And the thing is...
And many times, not all, you are smarter than me.
But the thing is that I do recognize that as smart as I believe I am, with the breadth of knowledge that I have, I can't get Home Depot to call me for a part-time job. So, and the education wouldn't make a difference there.
No. I have to go get more beverage. I'm really thirsty.
Go get more beverage.
Okay, I'll be right back, peoples.
We're approaching a time where we need to do,
the thing.
the pie.
Yep. I need more beverage. I'll be right back.
What do I make slam poem? I don't think I have seen that one. A bachelor's degree, have never been able to be hired with it. Educated for my own field to get a job in it. All over educated for every other job. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, hi, we want someone who has, 4 years experience in this, plus another 5 years experience in this, who's just out of college. What? And you want to pay, and they want to pay you nothing. Told overqualified for jobs, and I do not have a college education. What teachers make? I'm going to have to look that one up. Yeah, and I'll tell you, for a while, I really was not a philosophical supporter of having to go get an education. I did a lot of theater when I was younger. I worked in theaters. I was a theater technician. I learned how to run sound. I learned lighting. I learned set construction. I did all those things and did them fairly well. And time and time again, we would get a touring show to come into the theater we were working in, and they'd say, okay, well, this is how we're going to light the show. And I'd look at them and go, great. When are the lights getting here? Well, what do you mean when they're going to get here? We don't have those lights. Well, why wouldn't you have those lights? This is someone who just got out of school in a facility that's probably a multi-million-dollar facility that's got every new form of lighting control and lighting fixture and everything possible. And they couldn't figure out how to work with our limited equipment. And yet we did great stuff. We just had to think differently. And so I would laugh at those guys. It's like, well, that education starts now, because all that degree you got didn't get you squat for the real world. It's great theory, but it didn't get you anything on how to actually do this stuff.
Yeah, but if you get an education degree, you don't necessarily know how to teach.
Exactly. Well, and that was kind of my point, is that, the education is part of it, but you got to have the experience. But the problem is that you can't get the experience
without having the education.
Without having the education, and nobody's giving you the shot. But I find a lot of times, especially craftsmen, they don't get a massive education, but they know a heck of a lot of stuff, and they're very skilled.
But they get vocational training, which actually does give them education in the way they need it. Many of them.
Some get formal vocational training, but a lot of them don't. A lot of them just learn on the job.
Yeah.
They're an apprentice.
And honestly, as far as teaching, the best thing that taught me how to teach was having my own kids. And having to go through, the first so many years of their life being the homework helper and, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And trying to figure out different ways to explain things.
I am, like I said, I think I'm a fairly smart guy. There is no way I would be a teacher. No way. Now, I can be an instructor. So, for example, you give me an hour class that I need to teach a subject on for this hour, and it's finite. I can come up with a plan, and I can teach it, and I can make sure they understand it. There's no way I want to see those people again. I couldn't do it. And middle schoolers?
I know, they kill you. They drive you crazy.
Oh my God. We were reading an article last night, things that teachers don't want to admit, and somebody in the article said, yeah, the one thing I think that most kids don't know that teachers think is middle schoolers are basically jerks. They're basically jerks. We love them, but anybody at that age is a jerk. And if you think you weren't, you're wrong. You were a jerk at middle school age. Now, it's different levels of jerkiness.
I have quite a few really amazing kids who have never acted like a jerk.
Yes, around you.
True.
Around you. Put them in front of a video game. Find out if they're a jerk.
True. One of the things, too, about teaching that I learned that made it easier, kids learn better from a teacher that they can connect with. And I spend my first, I would say, 2.5, 3 weeks just building relationships with my kids and building a classroom culture with them so that it's a safe environment for them to learn.
Siobhan, you want to learn CSS? Pop into the Kahuna Quiet Stream. I'll help you out with whatever you need. Kids.
Middle school ends 8th grade here, so they're 13 or 14.
I like kids. 12-year-old just became the jerk.
I'm supposed to just copy and paste that for later so that I can see the poem. Did you copy and paste it for me? Because I don't have my computer here. You do.
Sure.
Thank you. Copy and paste the link. Somewhere.
I just gotta open it.
You're going to open it.
Well, I won't let it play.
Where's it going?
Right here.
Oh, okay.
And I can send you the link.
Grade 9 is high school. Yes, Siobhan. 9, 10, 11, and 12.
Don't play. There we go.
Okay. Yes, they can be as well. And sometimes, actually, I think the boys are bigger jerks in middle school and the girls are bigger jerks in high school. I think that the boys are still really immature and hitting the puberty like crazy, and their raging hormones make the hair grow into their brain and tickle it. Whereas the girls in middle school are not as catty as they are in high school. Because in high school, it's all cliques, and it's, are you popular? And, you know, who's your boyfriend? And yeah, so I think that girls in high school are worse than boys, and boys in middle school are worse than girls. It's
So they swap.
all relative.
9th grade, they swap.
Pretty much. Hi, girlie.
That was a spectacular metaphor.
What?
The hair grows in and tickles them.
Oh my gosh, I say that to my kids all the time, like on rainy days, because we don't get a lot of rain. When it does rain, they go squirrely. And I said, what? Is the hair all of a sudden growing into your brain and tickling it to make you jumpy like this, or what? And they laugh. I don't know, I guess I've been using that for a while.
So, what we got left? About 40 minutes.
I have to put enchiladas in the oven soon.
What time?
Around 5.
So right before you put the enchiladas in,
Yeah.
we'll do the pie.
Okay. And then you can have the rest of the stream with the pie on your face. And I'll be downstairs.
I'm going to have to wipe some of it because I got to be able to see.
Well, that's why you can...
I'll take the glasses off, get it, and I'll wipe the eye areas out.
You got stuff to wipe with?
Yeah, I brought a towel.
Okay, good.
I brought the thing. It kind of looks like it looks like a giant hoodie.
Yeah, how are we going to do this? Because they're going to need to see your pie in the face.
Yeah.
We're going to have to be sitting when we do this.
Well, what we can do is back up a little bit.
Which still means we'll have to be sitting, because that thing isn't going to catch us standing. You only have so far to go with that curtain.
I should go pretty far back. Watch. I just roll back. I don't have any dogs behind me.
You never know.
I just rolled over the plastic. If I go all the way back, there's actually a lot of room. You could actually be standing next to me.
Yeah, I don't want people to see how fat I am. Call me vain. I mean, you can still see it here, but... Oh, I'm sorry, was I ignoring you, Zoe? Is the doggo cam off?
Dog cam's not on.
Is the doggo cam on the floor?
Yeah.
Hey, did you have a blue mechanical pencil that you were using?
Not recently.
Somehow, the Zoster ended up chewing a blue mechanical pencil to shreds. Casey said it wasn't theirs.
It must have been on my nightstand.
Well,
Guess it's no longer.
it is no longer.
We don't mind seeing floating cream for the rest of the stream. Or a Kahuna-shaped silhouette.
Ooh. Yes, enchiladas. I made a quick version of enchiladas today.
Oh, wait a minute. Who's going to be here for dinner?
Just you and me. They have.
They're not going to have enchiladas.
I know. They said they were skipping dinner because they have a thing at 6. A thing where they don't want to be bothered. You know, the sign on the door and everything.
Wow.
So
yeah, we're at that stage where the offspring number 3 just posts the sign, the do not disturb sign on the outside of their door.
Please do not knock or make loud noises because I can't easily edit those out. And, you know, they're gamey. What are they doing?
They're doing role-playing.
They're DMing.
They're role-playing, doing a role-play game, and recording the audio to then later post it on YouTube. There were no enchiladas allotted for them, Brian, so there's only 6. And I like enchiladas.
They're chicken.
Like them a little less now, but okay.
Honey, I had to take, here's the other thing. Our offspring number 3 and our roommate are huge shredded cheddar people.
Oh my God.
2-pound bag of shredded cheddar that I opened a week and a half ago, totally gone. So I had to pull a bag out of the freezer. So I ended up with like 3 tablespoons of shredded cheese when I went to go make the enchiladas. So they're chicken with cheese on the top.
There's some stuff that's ridiculous in this house.
Bread, butter, cheese.
4 loaves of bread a week, pretty consistently.
And I don't eat bread very often.
I hardly eat bread.
I know.
It's the other 2.
I know, and I'm not a big shredded cheese fan.
I have used very little shredded cheese lately.
I know. The other thing, too, is eggs. Not as much as it used to be, but eggs.
No, because I haven't eaten any eggs lately.
No. Offspring number 3, eggs, cheese, bread, anything sweet.
Girlfriend and daughter are lactose intolerant, had to shift to soy milk.
Oh. You know what? I've hated milk ever since I was a kid. I'm not a big milk fan.
Sorry about that.
No, it is not just your kids. And offspring number 3 will go down into the kitchen at midnight and toast fucking bread and then put butter on it and leave the crumbs all over the counter for someone else to find in the morning. Guess who that someone else is?
The F barrier has been breached.
I get so pissed. Oh, I didn't see it. Well, fucking turn the light on. Oh, I forgot. Really? How many times do I have to tell you? Kills me. Kills me!
Not that she feels strongly about it.
Yes.
See, I've gotten to it. I like strong cheeses. I think we've discussed cheese on the stream before.
Cheese seems to be something that comes up regularly.
Regularly, but I like Parmesan, and I will actually take chunks of Parmesan, and that'll be my snack.
Oh, Brian, you are diabolical. I love you. I'm going to start doing that.
Oh, man.
They made pumpkin babka again with crumbs all over the counter.
Don't wonder why they itch.
Yes, until they change their sheets, and guess who washes the sheets?
Oatmeal, cereal, cheese, bread, fruit, everything. They are locusts. Yes.
Well, wait.
Now,
didn't you just say that somebody turned 12? Is that your kid?
No, it's kids.
Oh, kid's child was the 12-year-old.
I will.
Lateral thinking.
I will. I understand some of it because when I was a kid,
bottomless pits.
Oh my God! Everybody will tell you that when I was a kid.
Holes in his legs.
Oh, sitting down and eating a large pizza was nothing. Nothing. Now.
Wait. We are wonderful conversationalists, and they enjoy our cadences.
We keep it flowing, I think.
We do keep the bread in the freezer, Eli. That doesn't stop them. Because when you take the loaf out and you really want bread, you just take the frozen pieces and shove it in the fucking toaster on nuclear.
Try 2 large pizzas. Ooh. I couldn't do that now. In fact, I can't do half a pizza anymore. I get like 2 or 3 slices, I'm done.
Oh, Macaro.
Oh, hey, Macaro.
The other thing that offspring number 3 could eat every day, every meal is pizza.
You could eat pizza a lot.
I could, yes, but I don't. Well, I could eat it every day, every meal, but it wouldn't be the same pizza. Cheese, an extra cheese, and occasionally pepperoni. End of story. Me, I can make pizza with anything.
Okay, Here's my problem with the bread thing. We actually have a bread box. It's like a 1940s, 50s old bread box.
It actually is really nice.
It works really well.
It keeps bread fresh for a long time. Grilled cheese and PB&J. That's what our roommate likes.
Let's take a bite of a loaf of bread. Yeah, the thing is, my pet peeve is, look, eat the bread. But if I go to make myself a sandwich the one time every 2 or 3 weeks that I'm like, I think I'll have a sandwich, and all I can pull out is the heel?
One freaking heel of bread left.
One heel, because nobody took another loaf out of the freezer. I'm gonna kill something.
He was so...
oh my God.
Kahuna was so crabby. What was it, Saturday?
I think it was Saturday.
Oh my God. I didn't even want to be around him for most of the day. He got so crabby because there was no bread in the bread box.
It wasn't just the bread then.
Yeah, there was something else. I don't know what it was.
It's like, then I went to go get the bread. I pulled the bread out. I think it was butter. I was looking for butter.
Oh, well, I don't do butter, so
I know, but we use one of those butter keepers because the butter goes fast enough here that you don't have to refrigerate it. It just gets used up. But the key is that we freeze most of it.
And pull it out.
And pull it out as we need it.
And we have made it perfectly clear to all members of the household that if you take the last stick of butter out of the refrigerator, pull a box out of the freezer and put it in the refrigerator. We forget all the time.
Not we. Yeah, we
always stuck with the butt sandwiches. Actually, we call it the culo. I call it the culo. I don't mind the culo. I just don't like it on white bread. I'll eat the culo on any other kind of bread. Love it.
It makes a lousy sandwich.
It does make a lousy sandwich.
It's an all-crust sandwich, and no.
And I like crust, but hey. Okay.
Yeah, but not on the entire sandwich. And yes, we are at the airing of grievances stage.
I don't either.
Yeah, I was so pissed because I went to go get the butter after taking out a loaf of bread.
And he was working in the backyard, which, if you haven't heard the story, is
that's a whole nother thing.
Another story.
So, I had to go and get the frozen bread, stick it. Oh no, it wasn't that. It was I think it was mayonnaise or something. I was looking.
No, because
mayonnaise we found. It was something.
It might have been butter. Else.
Anyway, so I stick frozen bread into the toaster, which worked okay. But then when I go to butter it, there's a sliver this big of butter in there, and no one has taken any more butter out of the fridge to let it thaw out. So I'm trying to cut through butter, and it's a freaking block.
You need an electric knife to cut through frozen butter.
Oh my God.
You know, Brian, this is normal for our household. Kahuna and I, on a regular basis, this is just us. This is not just for a stream. This is our life.
Welcome.
Welcome to our life.
Anybody who's been here for any length of time will know this is not a show.
Aww.
We don't script this.
I think if we scripted it, there would be no way it would be funny.
No.
We actually, you know what? You're not.
You're right, Siobhan. This is a typical stream. This is pretty much the way this goes. It's 2 hours of us rambling and bitching. This is pretty much it.
Yeah, you're right. But admit it. Those of you who are here regularly, you know that our problems are your problems. We just make them fun. We have had other people tell us that they could listen to us tell stories all night long.
And
even without alcohol.
And the thing is, no, they couldn't, because we could outlast them.
Oh my God.
We have stories
we can tell.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Brian, we're glad you're here.
Welcome.
Wait, we need to add Brian to the map.
Oh, crap.
Brian, we need to know where you're from.
Add Brian to the map here.
Brian, we have this map of all of our follower people, that even people who just like pop in every once in a while, and we like to know where you're from. Yes, Kahuna will show you the map. We just need to know your general location. You don't need to be specific with an address or anything.
It's not an actual map.
It looks more like an organizational tree.
Yeah.
But, we have people. So are you North America or somewhere else? Europe? Where are you?
We also got to try to keep track because
There we go. Central New York State.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay. Well, offspring number 3's partner lives in Albany. So there you go. I know that isn't Albany kind of north of Central? The capital region, that would be Albany.
That would be Albany. So that's
I'm
New
an
York.
hour from their partner then. All right.
All right then.
So we're adding you to the map. So you get to be put in with...
Sofatoth.
I don't even know who that is. I don't remember them.
Been a while.
Okay, I don't even remember them. So author Brian Liu is from Huzzah,
New York.
New York.
Done.
You're on the map. Show him the map. I'm guessing it's a him because of the word Brian, but if you're a they, let me know.
Well, that's not it.
Nope.
What the heck? Oh, there it goes. It's coming.
It takes a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Him. Okay. We tried to be as, what would you call that? Socially aware as possible. As you can tell, we refer to offspring number 3 as a they, them. Those are their preferred pronouns. The other 2 offsprings are she, her.
So this is what the map sort of...
That wasn't a dining room. That was the library.
Yes.
There we go.
There it is. And you are that yellow right there. So we have people over here in Europe.
Wait, go back to Europe.
What's in Europe?
Because my ancestors
Are near where
Kajetan is.
Yeah. Okay.
Woot!
All right.
Yep. Woot! Oh my god, we played Cards Against Humanity last night with our Thursday night crew. And I had to say, it wasn't woot. What was it that I say? Woo!
Yeah, it was woo.
And it made everybody laugh every time I read the card. It was
No,
fun.
wait, hang on. No. Woo did not make everyone laugh. The fact that Mrs. Kahuna couldn't read the card after doing a woo, she was laughing at herself so hard.
I was laughing so hard.
She would do a woo and break into laughter.
He had to actually read the last.
I had to finish reading the cards.
It's bad. I don't know why it just struck me as so. Because, okay, I have this thing. Okay, many of you know that I am not a big Michael Jackson fan. I don't disagree.
What? Not a big Michael
Hold
Jackson
on.
fan.
I don't disagree that he was a very talented musician. Okay? Very talented. Innovative. However, his woohoo! Oh my god! Drives me crazy. So every time Michael Jackson is on in the car, we fast forward through it, if I'm there. So my woo! I said, oh, I sound just like Michael Jackson. And that got everybody laughing because they know how I feel about Michael Jackson. So,
And then it took 10 minutes to finish that card.
one round.
Because every time she said, woo, she was done.
I just busted out laughing.
She was done.
It was bad.
One of those location jokes. You had to be there.
Yeah, I had to be there. So, it's looking like we're getting really close to 5 o'clock.
Well, I guess you need
4:54.
Guess you need to start filling up that pie.
Okay. Did you take the wrapper off?
No.
What, am I supposed to just put it in here? No. It's got a foil. So, we're doing the graham cracker crust.
Squirrel! Barbarosa's here.
Oh, hey! Haven't seen you in a while. Wait, who's Twinkle Toes the Berserker?
Oh, Twinkle Toes is
Are
here.
they on our map?
I don't think we have Twinkle Toes on the map yet.
Twinkle Toes, are you on our map? You need to let us know where you're from.
No. Twinkle Toes
Twinkle
is not
Toes, give us the continent first. Ooh.
on. Yes, Barbarosa, you made it just
In
time. Okay, so here it is. Look, I'm going to hold it up so you guys can actually see it.
Gotta use the thumb for this.
If she gets herself, I'm going to die laughing. Let's say, can you use the whole can? I can't see...
North America. Okay, so are you Canada, Mexico, or U.S.?
We actually don't have a Mexico.
We don't, but for some reason, am thinking that they're probably not Mexico. I don't know, it just has this wrong feel for me. U.S., okay. Would you care to give us the state, and we can put you in the right spot? You don't have to give us a city if you don't want. I will, Brian, I will.
Taking? Can't take anything.
You're from California? Oh.
Okay, you guys didn't see that.
Oops. I can just put pie.
She
put more
literally
in here.
slid the pie onto my trackball and laptop.
So, Twinkle Toes, we are from California. I am dead now. Yeah, here we
Now
go.
what do I do?
Well, get the thing.
The what thing?
That thing. That thing.
It's like all over me already.
All right, hang on. Well, don't worry, we'll fix it.
Wow. I haven't even started with pie yet.
Oh, goodness. All right, hold on. There's more whipped cream. I will fix it. Okay, so here's this. Deal with what you need to deal with.
This is a mess. This is ridiculous.
And I'm not even drinking.
Slid it off like... I mean, look at this all over my laptop.
I know. This is better than a pie to the face. Okay.
And now we have a clip of it.
Okay, you ready? Wait, no, we need this.
Oh, like it matters now. It's all over my laptop.
Yeah, but it's not all over the floor. The laptop can be washed off.
I don't know.
Okay, well, that Zoe can eat. It's tiny bit. Go ahead, Zoe. Hey, look. Oh, Wesley's got it. All right, here we go.
Dogs are eating the whipped cream. Now, here's the thing. I was going to put this on my head.
Well, you could wipe it off your head.
Instead, I already have that. And then I have to take my glasses off. Because,
Okay.
you know, getting it in the glasses, bad news.
Here we go.
All right. Look, I'm Lawrence of Apidia.
I thought you were taking your glasses off.
I am, but I'm trying to get this thing to
Okay,
sit.
I think what you need to do is stand up.
No, because then I'll get lost.
No, but no, stand up for a second, so we can wrap this.
Yeah, we're good. Just don't let it go. Kind of hard to get my face if you, like, put it underneath the plastic.
I'm not done. Are we
Whose
ready?
idea was this?
Now, this was someone's idea, not mine. Are you ready? I'll try not to make it hurt, okay?
Thanks.
Okay.
Just gonna mash my nose. I can tell.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Here it comes.
3, 2, 1. Look, I caught most of it. Should I get paper towels?
Nah, just give me that towel so I can wipe my eyes.
Okay, hold on. Here you go, sweetheart.
Pie crust. Oh,
I will never have a pie in the face. I've already done that for charity. For school.
no, I get rid of the plastic.
Want to hold this?
No,
Well, I can't do both.
let the dogs have it.
No, because it's too much milk. And I don't...
There's no milk in that. That's not real whipped cream. That's whipped
Well, it's
topping.
all- Okay, you guys can fight for it.
Clean it up, guys.
So he's like, I don't know if I like this. Okay, here, have some, Louie.
Just enough.
Maverick.
Be able to put my glasses back on.
Maverick. Maverick.
All right, then. Those will have to go on YouTube. They will have to go on everything.
Okay. We'll clean this up. I'll bring stuff up to clean it up with.
Please. Enchiladas can wait.
Well, no, I'll go start the oven. I gotta get the stuff from downstairs. Finish your stream.
Pie to the face. All right, I hope you're happy. At what point did I agree to that? Of course, come to think of it, I think maybe that might have been my idea. So now we have to come up with a new challenge. Oh. Mrs. Kahuna says she won't ever do it. I bet with the right incentive she would. Ah. Shave Kahuna's head. Not the beard, just the head. I do shave my head. It's not all the time. Oh, Siobhan, it was your idea. Great. Oh, I smell like whipped topping. Oh, and look, I have a drip. Oh, I am undone. Oh. Don't let offspring number 2 see this. It's a shirt in support of her school. Yeah, well.
What?
We have drip. Onto my glasses. Glad I keep... Yeah. Yeah, I just cleaned the glasses, but hey, you know, let's put a little cream. You know, they say shaving cream is good for cleaning glass. I don't think this fits. And there's more. Mrs. Kahuna in her apron and cleaning gear.
Oh my god, they totally decimated whatever was left of that. Watch out.
This is what's left of the pie. Wait, show. That's what's left of the pie.
Zilch.
The dogs got to it. The dogs have enjoyed pie. And now they're looking around beneath me like, there's got to be some left. So, yeah. There goes the pie.
All right.
And see, I didn't make you wait till the end.
No. All right.
What is that?
Clorox wipes.
Awesome. Now the place can smell like bleach.
Lemon.
Lemon and bleach.
Okay.
See, the problem is that. We can't unplug that.
No, but keep going with your stream. We'll just deal. I preheated the oven.
Pie to the face. I hope you're happy. Lots of clips coming.
Wait a minute. I didn't even agree to this, and I'm cleaning it up.
They made you cry with
That's
stuff.
true.
Quit complaining.
That's true.
My poor trackball.
It will be fine. You won't even be able to tell.
Emperor of the U.S.
Who?
I don't know. Oh.
All right.
Wait a minute, what was it? Soapy water with lemon juice. It melts wizards.
It melts wizards? Oops.
I don't know the reference.
I clicked on something.
What? Well, yeah, because you're...
I'm cleaning your mouse. Here, hold your mouse. I cleaned it.
Is it still wet?
Well, it's because it's got cleaning fluid on it.
Yeah, laptop and trackball. And here's the thing. She has to be incredibly careful at this point because the USB cable that connects all of my gear is part of what she dropped. The So, you know, if I lose audio, video, my mind.
Your mind's already gone.
This is true.
You raised an offspring and helped with the other two to reach adulthood.
This is true. I think I'm more from the Enchanted Forest. Yes, it's gonna be a sticky mess for a while here.
Nah.
Oh my god, the thing's soaked.
Dude, I'm doing the best I can. At least it's workable right now.
Yeah. So, hi. I'm back.
I did the pie!
We have to come up with a new challenge.
Yeah, you guys are up for a new challenge. I would like one less messy, please.
You know what? If it means it dropping on my laptop, I would like one that's less messy. So we got to have a new challenge. That one took just about the right amount of time. I wanted to take between 2 and 3 months. And we got there. I am not. I'm from Pasadena, California. Oh.
Hey, that's not far from us.
No, it's not. Pasadena's just up the road a bit. We have friends who live in Pasadena and Monrovia.
We do?
Nancy
Oh, that's true.
lives in Pasadena and goes to church in Monrovia. A bake-off challenge.
Bake off? I suck at baking. Okay.
A bake-off challenge. All right.
Is that enough? Did you get it? Is that good enough?
Yeah, it's going to be sticky and...
Okay, well, I'll leave this here for you. And then
need to
just bring
move
it...
the old man so I can get my chair back
Okay,
in.
well, then you can just bring it down when you come down for dinner, okay?
It's still all over me. It just... oh, well.
You're a good sport.
Thanks.
So this is the trash. Make sure that everything goes in it.
Woohoo!
Okay. Okay, I'll see you guys next week. Bye. You want this off or on?
What? Nah, you can turn it off. How about a steps challenge?
Oh, F no.
3 months would bring us about to March. Oh. No, Miss Kahuna won't do that because she knows I'll win a bake-off challenge and she won't take a pie in the face. Art battle. I'd lose that one. The Million Words March. Oh. Brian's...
Step challenge might not be a bad idea.
What's that?
A step challenge might not be a bad idea. We have a wedding coming up at the end of March.
Yeah.
I would like to lose some weight before then.
Okay.
So, but we have the bike. How would you convert bikes to steps?
I don't know.
We would have to figure that out. But I think maybe a steps challenge might not be a bad idea.
It might be just time on the bike.
Time on the bike, but sometimes I'll walk too. So we have to. We can find a conversion thing from bike to steps. I bet.
Probably. Daz, go and eat. Marching through steps. All right. So how do we administer that? I've still got whipped cream all over me. How do we administer that? How will we do that? Do you guys give points and we do steps? And we have to do as many steps as points are given to us? How does that work? Yeah, the whipped cream is just stuck all over. Go by meters traveled on the bike or miles. That's not bad. Oh, good grief. It modded that. Let's see. Thank you, Barbarossa. Hey, you guys get out of there. This Kahuna left the trash in here, and they're trying to get into the trash to get some more whipped cream. So, let's see. How do we do this? Let us consider this. Mrs. Kahuna wants to lose some weight because we do have a wedding to go to, and she'd like to be able to get into a smaller. Points redemptions for steps and miles. All right, I'm liking it. But do we do that on the happy hour stream? Because doing it once a week doesn't really make it. So, of course, what we could do is every time we get on the bike or take the steps, we have to film it for proof. Kind of like that. Because then we can use our fitness bands or our watches to do it. Number of points equals number of steps needed. Points redemption for steps miles. Okay. So you guys are just going to make us walk. Now that's great health for us. But what if we hit the milestone? Well, we'd have to set a milestone. What if we hit the milestone? What should happen? Honor system, every week you report on your progress. Oh no, I'm making her film this. No, I'm making her film this. This is going to happen. Because there's going to be at least 1 or 2 times we walk the dog, and that's just going to be entertaining. So, yeah, no honor system. Nope. Got to keep both of us honest on this. Live stream it from the phones. So, add it all up each day. Oh, I have an idea. 2 different redemptions. Mrs. Kahuna and Mr. Kahuna. Aw, Siobhan, that's very sweet. Thank you. You really want more Kahuna? Think about that before you answer. Well, hello, Miss Janet. Greetings. You missed the pie. I got the pie in the face, and the thing, and the mess, and the dog's eating the whipped cream, and you missed it all. But Mikaro, at least, and I think Brian as well, got clips. So they'll be there for consumption. And if anybody wants to share. Yeah, you missed it by about 7 minutes. But no problem. There are clips, because it was, well, you can see my shirt still has remnants of whipped cream. Man in the moon pie face. There we go. Clips exist. We don't do this. We're now discussing what my next challenge will be, and I'm thinking the suggestion has been that we 3:11. Oh my God, that's late. Oh, it's just barely after 5 here. Here come the clips. Oh yes, and you missed the slip when Mrs. Kahuna dropped the first pie on my laptop. It was not good. So Mrs. Kahuna and I will do steps. Oh, I see. Okay. I said I would do it. I had to hold up to it. So now we're talking about the next challenge will be steps. Mrs. Kahuna or me. And who put $20 more up there? That is awesome. That is awesome. That's almost to another desk for those kids. That is awesome. Thank you. Steps challenge is pretty close at this point. I'm thinking that we have 2 different redemptions. Mrs. Kahuna and Mr. Kahuna. You choose which one of us has to walk. And then we have to film when we do it. I don't know if we can do it live stream because Mrs. Kahuna just isn't that technically savvy to do it. But we can at least do it. We can record what we do it. And then what we'll do is we'll take it every day, total it up, and that's what we'll do. 5 million steps each. Are you kidding? No. Let me think. 5,000 steps a day is what's recommended. So that would be what? 1,000 days? We can't do that by March. It's got to be something we can do by March. So let me think. how many steps? There, it's 10,000 steps a day? Maybe. Let's see. 10K is recommended. Hey, Zog, welcome! Man, everybody's showing up. Welcome, everybody. All right, so let's think. By the end of March... Oh, no, let's say 1st of March. I'm still getting crumbs out of my head. The pie. Darth, welcome! Oh, I'm really liking this idea. They need a streamer handicap livelihood is sitting. And she's a teacher, you know, she's sitting and streaming all day long. 10,000 takes a lot of step. What? All right. Dinner, at least a half an hour away. Banging my head on the wall doing city planning. What's going on? We are talking about, you missed the pie. And then up at the top here, there, that counter there is for today's Chip In for Charity. We've started today, doing this on our Friday streams. We pick a charity, and then if you can donate even $1, great. If not, we're having fun anyway. But today's charity is Kids in Need of Desks. This is a fund, a UNICEF fund that goes to provide desks and educational scholarships to Malawi children. $28 gets a desk, $55 gets a desk for 2, $110 is a table for 4 to sit at, and $177 provides a year of education for young Malawi women, secondary education. So we've already passed 1 year of education, and we're almost to a desk on top of that. So if you want to know how to chip in, you simply type !charity. There's a link there. It'll take you through to Tiltify, and you can donate there. There's the pitch. Yeah, it was. It's been that kind of a stream. We passed the pie challenge on Monday. I got the pie in the face tonight. There are clips, lots of clips, so you can see it. Here they come. That first one, the saw what, is when Mrs. Kahuna tried to fill the pie and was going to show it to the camera, and it slid off onto my laptop and my trackball. Not a good start. Streamer handicap 500,000 steps by March. Each, right? 500,000 steps each. So 100 days, 5,000 steps a day. I think that's doable. Trackball, my 90s. You know what? I have used a trackball forever. For quickly moving between screens and stuff like that, it works great. Otherwise, I use a tablet for my drawing and that kind of stuff. But I like the fact that, especially as I get older, you know, my hand's fairly steady still, but I get little twitches in my fingers. And so a mouse is just not enough. A trackball, if I feel a twitch coming on, I just release. And it's fine. 500,000 steps each. Aaron can't use a regular mouse. Yeah. Okay, so 500,000 steps each by March 1st. Mrs. Kahuna has gone down to fix dinner after she cleaned up the mess from the pie. There are clips. All right, so that'll be the new challenge. I'm going to put that one up. So starting on Monday with Kahuna Quiet, you can chip in. And what we'll do is this. Every day at the end of Kahuna Quiet, I will total up the steps for that day that have been contributed. If all you want to do is pop in, drop off some Kahuna crowns and leave, awesome. I will total up the total that has been put up there, and then Mrs. Kahuna and I will take those steps that day. And if it's on the bike, we will convert bike distance to steps, in effort, not in distance, because it's a lot less effort to go half a mile on a bike than it is walking. So we'll do it in effort. So I'll make a conversion there. Yeah, it's just me and Mrs. Kahuna. Mrs. Kahuna's going to kill me. I'm new here and I set the new challenge. Zog, no, you know what? If you guys want to do it with us, that's awesome. I would love to see it. What we're going to do is, when we go for these walks or get on the bike, we are going to record them. Live streaming it might just be a little too tricky between signals outside and everything. If I can do it, I will, but we'll probably record them. You want to do it too? Cool. All right. On my author page on World Anvil, I will find a way to put a counter. And if you want to report, heck, that's how we'll do it. Yeah. I'm going to think about this over the weekend. But what we'll do is we'll figure out if you want to play along. We can do kind of what we did with Game of Tomes, which is you spend 1 crown to report yours. Works, right? Siobhan's too thin already. Yeah, time ridden instead of distance. Yeah, it's probably going to be some way to convert it. Some way to convert the distance and time. And that way everybody can be involved. And we can get involved and do this kind of stuff. We'll report it on World Anvil. It'll be kind of like an Anvilite. It's the Anvilite movement. It's the Anvilite exercise movement. I got to come up with a cool name. See, now you got me going for the whole weekend. And, it won't be Monday's Kahuna Quiet, though, because I'm not on Monday. It's Mrs. Kahuna and I, it's our first anniversary. Each pedal is the ASCPT. That's not a bad one. Anvil Active. Ooh, I like that one. Well done. Anvil Active. Anvilite Active. Ooh, yes. And we can use like the arm and hammer kind of thing, with the holding up a hammer and the big bicep and so people don't think of baking soda, but you get the idea. I like it. I'll have something by Tuesday morning. There will not be a Kahuna Quiet on Monday. That is our first anniversary. We actually have 3 anniversaries we celebrate. Our regular wedding anniversary, our pseudo wedding anniversary, we call that our pseudo-versary. That was because when the Active Anvilite Association, AAA, that one's good too. I had heart surgery, coming up on 4 years ago now. And it was looking kind of iffy. And while I'd already proposed to Mrs. Kahuna, we hadn't gotten married yet. So somebody actually married us unofficially on the ward, on the heart, on the cardiac ward before I went in for surgery. So that happens in February. November is our actual anniversary. But the first anniversary is the anniversary of the first day that Mrs. Kahuna felt comfortable enough to say, I love you. Normally we go to Disneyland for that day because that's where it happened. Disneyland is closed. So we're going to have to figure out something else to do. Time how long it takes to walk 5K, then use that as a metric for your bike. That's not bad. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's our story. So we have 3 anniversaries. And our first anniversary is on Monday, so I will not be streaming on Monday. Davey and I celebrate the first time I pranked him. Nice. If we did that, I wouldn't have a marriage. No. I'm good at the pranks. Mrs. Kahuna is not so good at liking them. So, yeah. So that's what I'll figure out over the weekend. I actually like Anvilite Active. I really like that one. I am lucky and he is very patient. See, I'm the jokester. So I totally understand. Let's see. So Anvilite Active, And then what I'll figure out is some way to create a leaderboard, or just a tote board where you can report and we'll keep track of it. Oh, I know how to do it. Okay, I'll have that ready by Tuesday. You'll be able to, in this stream, report how many steps you took, and we'll just flat out keep track of it. My dog is licking the remaining remnants of whipped cream off of the desk. Celebrate first date, September 27th. Yeah, I'm the one of the two of us who remembers all the dates. I remember the first time, because, yes, we are one of those couples that met online. Entirely. We were talking for 2 months before we ever saw each other in person. Get 5 steps in a shift at work. Excellent. We all found our Fitbits. Now seems well timed. Great. It's the Advalite Active March to March. I kind of like that. The AA M2M. I'll figure it out. Yeah, I remember all the dates. I remember the first time I emailed her, telling her how beautiful I thought her eyes were, but because she was in a different state, I didn't think anything would come of it. She replied back, "Oh, so you're just going to throw it away just like that, huh?" And I was hooked. I remember the first date. It was, of all days, a Friday the 13th. September the 13th was a Friday. The day where Mrs. Kahuna, our first anniversary is Pearl Harbor Day, 12/7. So, I think the universe has a sense of humor. So, yeah, we'll do that. All right. Where are we at here? Oh, we're getting close to normally when I come out of there. I want to thank you guys who have contributed to the charity fund today. That's awesome. I think next week I'm looking at something that's a little close to home for me. This one was Mrs. Kahuna's choice. Next week is mine. And that will probably be the American Heart Association. The reason for that is I myself have had a triple bypass. And it's sort of a triple bypass because, frankly, they did 3, but one of them failed within a week of having it done. So I've had that heart surgery, and I struggle with heart disease, and mine is genetic. Got it from my dad. My dad died of problems with his heart. Fought with it for 20 years, maybe a little more. And I got the genetics, and he got the genetics, and, you know, it's a thing. But I've had so many friends who have had heart issues. You've seen SoCal Grumpy on here. He's had 5 strokes and a heart attack. American Heart Association is an organization that kind of hits home to me. So that'll be next week's. This week's, though, is still the Kids in Need of Desks. And again, if you can, great. If you can't, that's okay too, because we love having you here. Mrs. Kahuna and I, this is actually an event for us now every week where we come on, we just have a good time with you guys. We get goofy. Most of you are Anvilites. So, you know, yes, we talk about World Anvil and we do all that stuff, but we just like talking with you and sharing stories. I mean, today, we've shared stories about middle schoolers being jerks. About our daughters who are the Bermuda Triangle. We've shared stories about those damn kids who don't replace the bread in the bread box, or the butter, or the cheese, or the milk. I have art issues too. Also, genetics is a good charity for me too. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear it. I hate to see that you have the heart issues. Mine, the problem is that no matter what I do, my bad cholesterol is awesome. Most people would kill to get my bad cholesterol. Usually sits somewhere around 90. The problem is my good cholesterol sits around 20 when it should be around 60. Sits between 20 and 25. It should be over 45, but usually should be around 60. And that difference is just as bad as if I had a bad cholesterol of 180. And that's genetic. There's nothing you can really do about it. If you do everything possible, you'll raise it by 25%, which is 5 points. And there's nothing we can do about that. So had I known about that, I knew my dad had a heart disease. I knew that it might be prone to it. But had I known that it was a genetic component and there was nothing I was going to do to beat it, I might have done things differently as I was younger. Might not have, but it might have at least made me think a little bit. Get in trouble from my doctor because my cholesterol is way too low. Yeah, that's a problem. It is a problem. The difference is between bad cholesterol and good cholesterol is very simple. Bad cholesterol is just bad. It's the stuff that gunks up your arteries. Good cholesterol is the stuff that actually helps scrub out the gunk. So the problem you have is even if you have low bad cholesterol, if you don't have enough of the good stuff to clean it out, it's the same thing. It's that ratio between the two that becomes a problem. And in mine, that's a problem. That's actually what happened to the third bypass that they put in. It was a fairly small artery, and it blocked up and collapsed within like a week or two. So yeah, so it's a good one. But we're going to look at other charities, and certainly if there are charities that you think would be great, I'd love to maybe start a poll each week and say, hey, who would you like to see? This is my way of giving back. Are we at 20? Did we hit it? Yes! Another desk! Yes! Hey, Mrs. Kahuna! We got another desk! No. Come on up and look! She doesn't want to cry on stream. She doesn't want to cry on stream. She says thank you. 10 or 15, yeah, that's not good. That is awesome. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. So now we can provide a young lady with a secondary education and a desk for another student. I can't say thank you enough. That is so awesome. For those of you who missed it, Mrs. Kahuna was crying on stream when we got even close to the first, the year of education goal. So, thank you. Thank you so much for that. We get a lot out of this. I don't do this to get rich. Not that I'm complaining, mind you. I do need a new computer. But I don't do it for that. And neither does Mrs. Kahuna. We do this for fun. And Grumpy, thank you. Your initial donation was the one that got us off started right. We have now gotten to a desk and a year of education. But, we don't do this because we're getting rich. Because we're not. I'm not some crazy YouTube gamer who's making $1 million. Heck, if I could pay for my internet every month, I'd be more than stoked. But that's not why we do this. We do it because we love interacting with you guys. We have fun. We enjoy your company. We enjoy your humor and your conversation. It's that simple. And so by starting to do these chip in for charity streams, where we put up something every week and give people the opportunity to kick in, it's our way of giving back. It's our way of saying thank you. Thank you to you. Thank you to the universe for, conspiring in a way to put me behind a desk for a while so that we can do this. So, just thank you. It's about that time that I'm going to sign off here. Again, next week will be American Heart Association. I will announce that earlier because we did not come up with this until last night. I will announce it earlier, so if you know anyone who might be interested in chipping in a buck, and we'll set some goals on what they can do. If you know anyone who can do that, who wants to do that, you'll be able to tell them, hey, check out the Kahuna's stream on Friday. And we'll have some more fun. There will not be a pie next Friday. But I will start up the, we're calling it the Anvilite Active. The March for March. We're going to start that Tuesday during Kahuna Quiet. And let's go have some more fun. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. I hope you guys have a great evening. And again, I cannot thank you enough for the donations for kids in need of desks. That is awesome. Grumpy, plenty of people have clips, and they're probably on Twitch already. Yeah, just go to Twitch and look, and you'll see it in the channel. It's there. There's plenty of them. But thank you guys for coming in. I'm gonna go eat enchiladas now. So, who are we gonna raid? I almost completely forgot about that. See, another reason I need a new computer is so I can have a desktop that sits underneath here, so if Miss Kahuna drops a pie on it again, I don't have a problem. Let's see. Where we're going? Who are we gonna raid? Not gonna write too much more on entire village massacred. At some point, it's just kind of overkill. Overkill. Sorry. That was not intentional. All right, who are we going to raid? That's the wrong link. There we go. Do I still have whipped cream up there? Oh no. That's lipstick. I have lipstick on my head. Looks like coffee is still up. So, I'm going to send you over to Coffee Quills. Again, I hope you guys have an awesome evening. I hope you have a great weekend. And I hope I see you guys Tuesday for Kahuna Quiet. And if not, back here next Friday. You guys have yourself a great, great night. I'm going to go eat enchiladas. And off you go. Have a great night, guys.